Hello, you degenerates.
Hello, welcome back to Monster Mates.
Yes, welcome to the 27th episode of Season 2 of Monster Mates. Spencer, please choose a number between 1 and 131.
Hmm, let me pull up my handy dandy number clicker to show what I have and have not done.
Yes.
And it is I choose number. I realize I could go around like between 69 and 67 quite a bit. So let's go
Yes.
somewhere I haven't been. In the 30s. Let's go 38.
38. Oh, here we go.
Oh no.
Ant girls.
Okay, I'm not immediately turned off by it.
Hold on.
It's not immediate.
Immediate. Not
Not
immediately. Here you
immediately.
go.
Give it time, though. It'll probably happen.
I have sent you the link. It's not showing the thumbnail for some reason.
That's just cute.
It's alright. Before we get into
Ugh.
this, what do we want to rate this?
Uh, 3.
3?
I think we have a
Yeah.
I think we have a thing where we just don't like inside girls.
I'm gonna give this. Yeah, I'll give this a 4. Man, there really is not a lot on this.
No.
I'll take this. All right.
All right.
A small bug-type monster of the arachne family. It bears a remarkably close resemblance to the giant ant. This mimicry serves to fool the giant ants into thinking the ant arachne is one of their own kind. The arachne takes advantage of this by mixing in with groups of giant ants and moving into their nests. Despite their resemblance to the giant ant, their disposition is very different, being quite ferocious in nature. As for food, they eat what the ants gather, and they hardly ever leave the nest, so one rarely encounters them above ground. They obtain a man as a reproduction partner in much the same way. When the giant ants bring a man back to the nest, they'll seize the man and carry him back to their own bed. Being exposed to the giant ant pheromones that pervade the nest makes them highly aroused and extremely lustful. They join with a man after binding his 4 limbs with the thread they spit out, and they like to firmly seize a man's hips with their arms and all their legs before slamming their hips onto him.
Oh no.
It's not over after the man ejaculates. They're constantly exposed to pheromones, and they won't be satisfied just having sex once or twice in a row. They enjoy pleasure in milking semen by having sex again and again and slamming their hips together for as long as they like. They can't release pheromones like giant ants can, but the ants' pheromones stick thoroughly to them. And when a man sees the obscene effect it has on them, it will likely be impossible to suppress his desire. Unlike giant ants, they don't work all day. After capturing a man, they have a lazy lifestyle, having sex with a man in their bed all day and night. The reason they have no need to work is that the men who become their husbands are the same as them. They rapidly grow corrupt along with them, and eventually the priority in their head will be thoughts of having sex with them. And in a Q&A from one Kenko Cross, so if an ant arachne that slipped into a giant ant nest gets their cover blown, what kind of actions against her will occur? The answer? They actually don't care. But if, oh, so is that, well, that's fine, is also the case, there might be some individual that get to work would want to do something like turn her into some sort of maid.
There's also an upper part up here on the very top. Anarachne are a race of lazy, freeloading monster girls who live in as social parasites in giant ant hives. Since they look like ant girls, they can infiltrate their underground homes and steal food and mates from the industrious hosts. Ant arachne are rarely seen above ground. Humans are only likely to encounter them by being poached a second time after already being taken by giant ants.
We live in a parasite
Oh
society.
no.
So,
Alright.
obviously, this girl is very much into femdom.
Very much, yeah, very much into lazy femdom.
Yeah. Which is a very odd mix.
I was gonna say, like, whenever I think of a dom, I don't think of someone who's lazy. I always think of someone who's literally active in the dom.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, they got the whips, they got the chains, got the outfit, got everything, and they're just using the person who's more sub. But like this one's just like, nah, hold you down, maybe do something. I don't know.
Yep, literally just get your arms and legs tied up, and it's like, well, this is mine now, and just just goes right at you.
This is mine. This is my human. This is my human.
And that's pretty much it. They just hide away with their partner in the ant hive, and they just go at it constantly. And that's pretty much it.
All right, pros. I think she's cute. I have to like the artist who did this one gave her a pixie cut. Has like the upper part is like super cute. The antennae are probably sensitive as hell.
Oh, of course.
Of course. Um. Again, the only part that really is just like get it away from me is her legs.
Yeah. I like the shovel though. That's pretty funny. She probably isn't gonna do anything.
Well, she
with
doesn't
that
use it because it
shovel.
has cobwebs on it, so clearly she doesn't use it.
Yeah, but still, it looks cool.
And that's how she beats you down into submission.
Oh goodness.
She shovels you in the ground, and then she shovels you in the ground like the beach thing where only your head sticks out, and
Oh
then just
yeah.
uses that.
Uh huh.
Yep.
Oh goodness.
Like one of the pictures I see here is of her lying on top of her husband and just going at it with her just using her weight on top of you because she is probably heavier than a lot of people. Like if
Yeah,
you're an
she.
average person, she's heavier than an average person just because of her legs and her abdomen.
Yep. She is very much lower body heavy, but
Yes.
maybe not in the good way.
Like literally the fun ends at the vagina. That's where the fun ends.
Yep.
Unless you're
Pretty
like
much.
super into bugs and you were like, I want nothing but the bugs. This is for you.
Yeah, pretty much. But if you are not a fan of the bugs, then you're gonna not have a great time. That's for sure. Although, what's it? I want to say, if I remember my ant anatomy correctly, I believe the ants use their antennae to basically figure out where they're going. I'm gonna look that up real quick. Ant antennae.
Like it's not the centipede bat. It's not spider bat. It's like if you're gonna go for something, this is the least offensive one.
Oh, never mind. It's a two-way communication
Maybe a
system. That's what
butterfly
they're.
is more like less bad comparatively, but like if we're going to go for what is bad and what isn't bad, I would prefer the ant girl over a lot of things we've covered.
Mm-hmm. For sure. But what's
One,
it?
she doesn't hurt you. Two, she doesn't like fuck over your life. She doesn't. All she wants to do is like have a lazy morning while fucking you. Wake up fucking. That's what she
Yeah.
wants.
She wants a peaceful life of just mating and stealing food from the giant ant hive.
There's nothing wrong with that. The only thing is if you had to live for it, you know.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully those giant ants are bringing in fruits or nuts of some kind.
Hey, they brought in a carcass today. So
Uh,
I think if eventually you just have to tell her, listen, I'll come back. You got that good, but listen, I need my food.
I need food that won't make me sick or die.
Do you want me to die? And she'd be like, no, and let me leave. I will come back. Um, the only okay when it comes to brothels, because I think we skipped talking about brothels here and there.
Yeah.
Now, let's not do that here. I feel like overall an insect brothel would be existed, right? It's not just an ant.
Yeah. So let's look at ant species to see what types of ants there would be.
Because the family types are arachne and bug. So I'm thinking.
Goodness, this is scary.
It's scary.
Yeah. Like, hold on. Copy. I'll send you the website I'm looking at now. For those in the audience, you can look this up at antarc.net/ant dash species. All these look not fun.
Oh, well,
especially the trap jaw ants.
all right. Let's see what this. Ah.
So basically,
They're not gonna have the head of this.
Yeah, I know they're not gonna have the head of this, but still, I imagine how this would affect like they would have super long antennae, by the way. But I imagine how this would characteristically affect the ant girl is that they'd probably just have like larger lips, I guess.
Maybe
I
a
don't know.
bigger lip, like larger antennae.
Yeah, for sure.
Because most of the time you can't tell unless it's a fire ant. And if it's a okay, we're gonna say black ants and fire ants because that's just the two variants.
Yeah.
So if it was a black ant, I'm gonna say it's one of these like more lazy, kind of like chill, and like want to do it like this, right? I bet a fire ant is specifically more dom or specifically more fired up, angry, tsundere.
Yep.
Or
Red
maybe
stinging
yandere because
ants.
they're awful. Fire ants are awful. You don't want to be caught by a fire ant.
Yeah, no, red stinging ants. That's all sorts of pain, no matter where you touch them.
Right? Like that. That does not sound fun. Imagine like fucking them, and then all of a sudden your body's getting really itchy.
Yeah, like literally, if you're into pain, then you can go with a red stinging ant because they just have mini spikes all over their body.
Oh god! And the second you touch one, you just start itching and in pain.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate it. Oh my god, no. I'm getting like flashbacks to how fire ants actually feel, and I hate it so much. No, I'd stick to the black ants. But if I went to a brothel and say they had, like, you have your spiders, you have your centipede, you have your mantis, you have all this stuff. I know you're going to go for the mantis.
Uh-huh.
And I would be second pressed to go for the mantis. But, like, as well as, I mean, for a one-night brothel thing, I wouldn't be afraid to go for the ant arachne.
I don't think I could go for an ant arachne.
Why is that? I mean, they're out of everything. They're more harmless than others. You know.
They for sure. I don't know. It's just
It's just bugs.
Well, no, it's just ants. I'm just like I don't care about ants. I am the most neutral about ants as possible, except for when they invade my desk, then I need to kill them.
Listen, I have traps. We have traps in front of each door and window to where no ants will ever get in. We have to kill them before they even attempt. Which works all the time, but it's also one of those things. I'm like, if she ever found out how many of her brother and her sisters I've killed, she would be happy with me.
Dude, I'm looking at these leafcutter ants, and they have the most disturbing eyes.
Stop looking at the real ones. Look at the anime titties. Look at the anime girl that wants to fuck you. That's what we're here for.
I'm aware. I imagine.
Stop fucking the actual ant.
I don't wanna.
Why?
I don't wanna. I want them far away. Anyways, I feel like for the leafcutter ants, how that would be placed into a anthropomorphic form, or at least for this anime girl form. I feel like just there would be no other difference except their eyes are bigger to almost Cyclops level sizes.
Just two Cyclops. I mean, it should be like Suyu from My Hero Academia, just big old eyes, just like.
Yeah, probably.
I as a whole, I don't think if you were to be into insects, this is not the worst you could go. There are some things that you could go for that are significantly worse and significantly more painful.
Oh yeah,
and more disturbing. Like centipede, disgusting.
Yes.
Spider, like weird. I personally wouldn't want to.
Spiders are hot.
Okay. But they're hairy.
Only on their legs, and and depending on the species.
That's like 75% of them.
Depending on the species, they're also their body.
If I were to fuck anything, I'd go for the ant because at least it's like scales. It's like hard, crusted, like crab-like.
Shells.
Shells.
Yes.
It's not furry, it's not squishy. You know what it is.
I mean, some of them do have fur on their legs, but again, that's a species variant. By and large, no, they don't. So
Yeah. So if I went to a brothel, it'd be like mantis. We haven't gotten to butterfly girl if that exists.
I think it's on the list, maybe.
All right, if it does exist, I'm sure that would be fine as well. As well as, I honestly, Antarachne would be fun too. Now the thing with the Antarachne, I bet you could double up if you wanted to, because they're strong. Oh, dude, we didn't talk about how strong they would be.
Yeah, their mandibles are super tough.
They like. If you want a girl to protect you, here you go.
All I'm thinking, okay, you know how like mom cats will pick up their children by like the nape of their neck with their teeth?
Yeah.
I imagine she would do that to you if you ever got out of the bed.
Oh no, that doesn't sound.
She would just grab you by the nape of your neck with her teeth and just place you back in the bed. It's like, no, you're not leaving. That takes too much
Come
effort.
back.
Uh,
Not allowed.
but I think we can give our final ratings for
All
this.
right, I'm gonna give this a 5. I mean, I gave it a 3, and again, I wouldn't go for it specifically. If someone was like, "Hey, let's go do a bug thing," I would at least consider it. That's more than what I could say for most when I go to a place like that. I give it a 5.
I'm gonna give this overall a 3. I went down 1 point.
You went down a point. Again,
Most.
I wouldn't say no, but I also wouldn't hunt for it.
Yeah, no. I don't know. The thought of a lazy dom, while that is an interesting dynamic, it's not what I'm going for. So I'm just like, nah, I'm good, fam.
Man over here wants the ball graspers on.
Yes.
Anyway, have thanks for listening to Monster Mates again for the Ant episode.
What would you rate an antarachne, and what type of ant girl would you go after? Would you go after a red stinging ant, or would you go for a leaf harvester with them big old creepy eyes?
Like, she'll never take her eyes off you. She'll love you.
Goodness.
She will love you with those eyes, but you'll never escape them.
Anyways, if you enjoyed this episode, feel free to give it a like. If you want to see more episodes, then consider subscribing. And if you want updates on the show, then follow us over on Twitter, and be sure to check out the amazing artist who did the thumbnail.
Yes,
for
I bet
this
they'll do
episode.
a great job.
Oh, yes.
All right, have a good one, everybody.
Goodbye.